how Java works. Okay, that is, you have a source code here, you compile the source code, it gives you a byte code. Then you have the class loader, it interprets, it runs the system, and it is runs on a operating system which runs on a hardware. Right? It's basically you just take a source code, compile it, you get a .class file, and you run that file in the machine. Okay. Now let's look into primitive data types. You have 4 basic data types. One is integer. Okay, that is your integer is like number 1 to 10 or 100 or anything. The floating, you will have decimal points like 12.44. Okay, then character. Okay, so you will define single character, CH, like that. Boolean, you will have true or false. Okay, so these are the basic data types in Java. Okay, these are called primitive data types. Okay, under integer you have 4 more data types. One is byte. Okay, byte, short, int, and long. If you look at 1 byte, short will take 2 bytes, int will take 4 bytes, long will take 8 bytes. Similarly, in floating data types, you have 2 data types again, float and double. In character, you have 1 data type. Boolean is, you have a bool which takes 1 byte, 1 bit of 1 byte. Either it is true or false, 0 or 1. 0 or 1 will take 1 bit, that's all, in the CPU, right? Okay, the question here is Annie's question. Why do you think we need byte, short, and long data types when int can be used? Let's say leave long, right? Why do you need a byte and short data type when int can be used? See here, byte is there, short is there. If these both means if int can be used, why I should use these 2? If I know that, like, I require only 1 byte or 2 bytes of memory, right? So that means if the number is not very long, right, then I will go with these 2 data types rather than integer data type. Okay, see here, byte takes 1 byte, short takes 2 bytes, and int takes 4 bytes in memory. If we know that the variable need not be very big, the variable data need not be very big, then short is fine as it reduces the memory consumption, which in turn increases the performance of the project, right? Wherever, rather than, okay, I know, maximum I can expect is 250 is the number, right? For some data is 250 is the maximum I can expect. Okay, now beyond that it doesn't go for sure, then let me use byte only rather than int, because byte will take 1 byte, int will take 4 bytes, 1 byte and 4 bytes. So here I'm definitely improve the performance if I use a shorter memory, right? Okay, Vishal asks, we are not allocating any memory. That's a job of a memory manager. Correct, Vishal. I totally agree with you. If you use byte, memory manager will allocate 1 byte. If I use int, memory manager will allocate 4 bytes. Then if I use byte rather than integer, my question is how it improves the performance. Let's not even look at Java, right? Let's look at a general programming language, generic, right? For a variable, if I use a shorter memory, that is less bytes, it will improve my performance of the system. Okay, it improves performance of my system. How it is possible? How it improves performance of the system? So when I have to allocate, memory manager has to allocate, right? It has to reduce its work, right? rather than 10 bytes, if I allocate 1 byte, so 10 times lesser work it is doing for the same amount of work, right? So if I use like that for 1,000 objects, definitely 1,000 into 10, 10,000 times my system performance has improved, isn't it? So if you use lesser space, the system performance will improve. Vishal, have you got it? Yeah, thank you, Vishal. Okay. Okay, you can perform all these operations like other programming language. Okay. Plus, minus, multiplication, division, plus, it increments the variable by 1 unit, decrements the variable 1 unit. These are the relational operators, right? Less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, not equal to, and or not logical operations. Okay. Okay, you can download Java software from this location, from this Oracle TechWork, Java SE download Java 7. Since Java 7 is quite stable, okay, many applications have been tested and it is proved that it is very nice. Okay, so you can download 7. 8 is also good, but it is not completely proved, saying that all the applications work without any issues. Still, like, you know, they're testing it out. It's not 100% stable. Okay, now you can download Eclipse. Eclipse is the editor for your Java code. Okay, you can download Eclipse. Please make sure that check your system, whether it is a 32-bit or 64-bit. Okay, go to my computer, right click and see the properties. In the properties you can check, that is, like, you know, you will here in the system type it will specify that yours is a 64-bit or 32-bit operating system. It is extremely important. First, please note down it is a 32-bit machine or a 64-bit machine. If your machine is a 32-bit machine, you need to download 32-bit Java and 32-bit Eclipse. Okay, so you need to download, see here you have x86 for 32-bit, x64 is for 64-bit. You need to be very clear, otherwise Java and Eclipse does not work. Okay. Ananta asks, what is the latest stable Java version we use now? Ananta, we use 7 latest stable version of Java. Okay. Suresh asked a question, why not use IntelliJ IDEA? IntelliJ IDEA is not free, I guess, Suresh. Okay, it is a paid version. Eclipse is free. Okay, so IntelliJ is not free. Okay, and across the world, many many large companies, including Oracle, Siemens, and many companies use Eclipse. Eclipse is their standard editor. Okay, I worked with many large companies, right? Many of them use Eclipse, very widely used. So that's why I suggest Eclipse only. IntelliJ is also quite good, but you know, Eclipse is widely used. Okay. Nilesh asks, can you please share the Java download URL? Like, you know, here it is there, Nilesh. Can you just take one screenshot or something like that? You can download. Please make sure that like, you know, you are downloading, you know, correct version, in the sense, like, you know, 32-bit or a 64-bit machine you know, software. Otherwise it doesn't work and it creates trouble later on, right? Okay, and please ensure that you download J2EE version, Eclipse J2EE version. Okay, so please make sure you download J2EE version. Okay, so because from the 6th, 7th module onwards we'll be working on the web technology, right? So I'll train you how you can write the code on web technology. So I request everyone to download JDK and Eclipse. Okay, so install Eclipse. Okay, you will, this is the first screen you will get. Okay, So you will have to specify the workspace. See, I'm starting the Eclipse. So this is my workspace, the project location, and click on OK. Okay, so this is the project. Okay, so how exactly you have to create this, I'll show you. First select, okay, once you download J2EE version, you have to select Java perspective. Okay, this is Java EE perspective, that is for enter. This is Nilesh asked a question. I have already installed Eclipse during my Hadoop classes. How can I check if it is a J2EE version or not? Yeah, Nilesh, what you should do is, okay, the moment you open the editor, okay, you see what is a perspective is being used, Java, J2EE, or debug, which one. You go to, if you want to Java, okay, just go to Windows, open perspective you give, and select Java here, okay. So you have to select Java and also check whether it has J2EE also, this window, open perspective. If you give others, these are all the perspectives you have in the Eclipse. Okay, just check whether J2EE is there or not over here. Okay, that shows whether your Eclipse supports J2EE or not. Siddhartha asked a question. I don't have EE perspective. So no, Siddhartha, you cannot add a plugin as of now. Okay. So you please uninstall it and install it again. Right. So it'll be perfectly fine. Otherwise, you're not doing the right way. Then, don't no plugins are given. Okay. Now how you should do is select file. New, for a new, all the time, first time you should create a project. Okay, create a project, and let's say, okay, Edureka is a project name. I click on finish. Okay, so okay, now go to Edureka. You will find println. I will say hello world and welcome to Java class. Welcome to Java. Okay, this button I can press to save, otherwise I can press Control S to. Okay, now right click on it, run as, click on Java application. Okay, it says hello world and welcome to Java. This is the output it shows. Okay, let me look at. Okay, now this is how you create a project. File, new. This is what I just did. Select the project, type the project name, and click on finish. Okay, there is no specific reason for 1.6. It has taken 1.6. Okay, so if you want, if the system has got 1.7, you can choose 1.7 also. Okay, it will specify what all the JREs installed at the time of Eclipse installation. Right? You can choose it. That's not a major difference. Okay, then what you added, you will get SRC. From the SRC, new, select the class, and then type the class name, my first program, right? Then this program will come. Then the program you write like this: public static void main string args system.out.println hello world. I'll explain what is this. Okay, shortcut is Control F11 to run the program. To run the program, either you can right click on it, okay, say run as, and Java application you can run. Otherwise, you can select this play button here. You can also do that. Okay, it runs, and you can also say Control F11. So these are three ways you can run the code. Okay. Okay, let's look at what is public static void main. Okay, public means it is accessible. See here, public means this function is accessed globally across all programs. This function is accessible from the outside world also. It's available for everyone. Static means without creating an object of a class, you can access this method. You will study more about static in the third module of Java. Static means you don't require any interface to call this main function. You can directly call this method. You don't have to come through a specific way. Okay. Void. You know, if you know C or C++, you know what void is. Void is, it does not return anything. Void is the return type. This means it does not, main does not return any value. This function does not return any value. Right? Main, if you know C, C++, again, like, you know, main is a starting point for any program where execution begins. Main is a function which will be called by JVM, and string args is the command line arguments. Yes, same as C, C++. String args is a command line argument. In C, it is like C, C++. It is like ARGC and ARGB. ARGC stands for argument count. ARGB is an array of strings for command line arguments. Okay, here it is. If I repeat, right? Public is if this function is accessible everywhere. Static means this method can be accessed directly without Java creating an object and then accessing it. Void means this method does not return anything. Main is the function name, and this is a starting point for a Java program. And string args, this is a command line arguments. Okay, so this is the first program. It is okay. System.out.println. This is used to display, right? Let's say I'll type this program. Okay. Int a equal to 60, b equal to 45, and c. I have declared three variables here. C equal to a plus b. Okay. Yeah, Suresh asked a question. So only main method can be static. Yes, Suresh. See, what happens is, if you want to call any method of Java, first you need to instantiate or create an object of that class, then you can access that method. Okay, if you make it static, you don't need to declare an object of that class. What happens? JVM directly talks to main method. Because it's a static method, it does not require the object of that class. JVM directly comes to the main method, starts executing. That's why main method is main static. Okay, Suresh, is it clear? Okay. Okay, Anjali asks a question that can I have another static method in hello class other than main? Definitely, Anjali, we will be talking in the third module. You can have another static method. Okay, I'll just show you. 1 second. See here, I can say static, okay, void, another static method. You'll be learning in detail about it, okay. Okay, I'll just create another static method. How exactly you need to access this? Okay, so I will not print this one. I'll just call the class name hello. Okay, dot. Okay, what is this? Another static method, right? So I'm not defining an object of the hello. You'll be learning more details. I just want to show it to you. Okay, so just run it. It will give you from static method. Okay, it is possible to have many static methods apart from main method. Okay, is it clear, Anjali? Okay, don't confuse right now about static methods. Okay, we'll have to learn many more things before that, then you will understand. So right now don't get confused about it. Since Anjali asked a question, I want to clarify. Okay, what is the output of this program? So whatever you put it in quotes, it will print as it is. Result is, it will be printed. Okay, and the value of C will be displayed. What is the value of C in this program? Okay, many people are responding. Great. See here. Okay, result is 105. Thank you so much for everybody for responding. Okay. The choices in real life. So this conversation between husband and wife. Wife asks, honey, can we go for a movie today evening? Husband responds, only if I come back from office at 5, or else we shall go tomorrow. Right? Here we are talking about if conditions. If I'm able to come by 5 o'clock, then I can take you to a movie, else I will not be able to take you to a movie. Okay, look at if conditions are used to test the condition. If the condition is found to be true, then set of statements will be executed. This is the class public static void main. Okay, and if this is a condition, so if the condition is satisfied, then I will execute this list of statements, else I'm not. Okay, this is else condition, the same thing, class, name of the class, public static void main. Public is for accessible for everyone. Static, you don't need to create an object of the class for this one. Okay, and void is, it does not return anything. Main is the name of the function. String args, this is the command line arguments. If we are specifying one condition, if the condition is satisfied, set of statements in if will be executed, else this else portion will be executed. For example, okay, if balance is greater than 0, withdraw is true, else withdraw is false. Okay, see here another condition, right? So public static void main, int balance equal to 10,000, withdraw boolean withdraw equal to, if balance less than 0, withdraw equal to so. So it's basically checking one if condition. Okay, I'll show you one if condition to you. Let's say I will say int age equal to 20. Okay, if I am checking if age less than 18, then I will say, okay, you are not eligible for OT. else you can vote. Okay, now since the age is 20, which is greater than or equal less, which is not less than 18, then it will say you can vote here. See here, you can vote will be displayed. The condition will be checked. Else, if I make this is 5 or 12, okay, 16 I'll make. Then it will display, since it is the value is less than 18, it will display you are not eligible for voting. See, it says you are not eligible for voting. This is if condition. If you specify a condition, if the condition is found true, set of statements or a statement in that if condition will be executed, else the else portion would be executed.